The general purpose of the speech is to inform. Once the speech ends, you will learn the history of football and the basics of it. Let me tell you all a joke. Why was the pig ejected from the game? Because he was playing dirty. Well, we all seem to have different passions for sports. Um, America is known to be football. Football is known to be America's sport. Today I will inform you about the history of football, the offensive side, the defensive side, their positions, and what they're supposed to do, the responsibility of them. So, are you all ready for some football? Alright, well, football first started on November 12, 1892. This was a magical day for sports fans, since it was the first team to ever play two teams, the Allegheny Athletic Association football team against the Pittsburgh Athletic Club, in which the Allegheny football team won. This was a memorable moment because one of the players of the AAA, named William Heffinger, was paid $500 to play. This was honestly the first ever player to ever get money of playing. This is how basically the NFL started. They paid him money to play, and that's how it began. A quick fact: the length of a football field is 100 yards. Historically, this has always been the case. Okay, now that we talked about the origin of football, let's go into the offensive side of the football and how it's played. First of all, there are 11 players on the field, 11 on the offensive side and 11 on the defensive side. First, let's go into offense. Quick fact: there are 4 quarters in the game. High school consists of 12 minutes. College and the NFL consists of 15 minutes. Okay. The first people on the offense will be the O-line, or the offensive line. This consists of 2 tackles, 2 guards, and 1 center and 1 tight end. There would be the left tackle, the right tackle, the left guard, the right guard, and the center. And the tight end would be like next to the right tackle. The purpose of them, what they have to do is basically block. They block, except the tight end. The tight end blocks, and he also catches the ball whenever he's told to. Now that we're done with the O line, let's go into the skill positions. This will consist of 2 right receivers, 1 running back, 1 fullback, and 1 quarterback. The wide receiver's responsibility is to catch the ball. Basically, if they pass the ball to him, he has to catch it. That's his main job. But he can also block, since sometimes whenever there's a run play, if they go to his side, he has to block the guy in front of them. Then there would be the running back. The running back can run wherever the play is called or it's needed. He's mostly used for running, but he can also block if the quarterback is going to throw to the receivers. He blocks the guy who's coming at him. And then there would be the fullback. The fullback consists of blocking, basically. That's the majority of the time he does, but he can also, they can also throw him balls. For the quarterback, he moves the offense because that's his job. He throws the ball to the wide receivers, to the running back, to the tight end, to whichever the coach tells him to. He moves the ball, and he can also run the ball, both depending on the situation. But he moves the offense. Okay, so now that we've known about the offensive side, let's go into the defensive side of the ball. Let's inform you about the positions and the responsibilities. The point of the defense is to stop the offense from scoring and from getting yards. Leaving them scoreless would be good, but that's another plus, I guess you can say that. Let's talk about the defensive line. They consist of 2 defensive ends, two D tackles. They consist of one right end, one left end, and the two D tackles. The right end and the left end is to pressure the quarterback to run towards him to tackle him, and the DTs are for getting inside the middle, stopping the run, and from tackling the quarterback. Now let's talk about the linebacker core. The linebacker core consists of three linebackers: the left outside linebacker, the middle linebacker, and the right outside linebacker. The right and the outside linebacker are used for stopping the ball. To if the ball is running towards him, they can rush, or they can also intercept if they're in coverage. If they throw him that way, he has to catch it. The middle linebacker is mostly used for seeing what the quarterback does. If he sees that it's gonna throw over here, he goes to that direction. Or if he sees the running back coming in, he stops it. Okay, well that's basically the front seven. Now let's go into the DBs or the defensive backs. They consist of two cornerbacks and two safeties. The strong safety would be on the right side, and the free safety would be on the left side. The strong safety is meant for being in coverage, to intercept the ball, and maybe even blitz, but it all depends. And basically also the free safety, he can come in or he can just stay in coverage. The DBs, the cornerbacks, are used for just intercepting the ball or to stop the wide receivers from scoring. And that's basically the defense. One quick fact though. DBs are always helping each other out. That's how they win the game, sometimes. Alright, so in conclusion, football has been around for around 100 years, and thanks to that, it is considered America's sport. Whenever you feel stressed out or just want to play the game, you already know what to do. It is known that football players can be resist training with multiple resistance, and rest contributes to a factor of it. So I have also informed you that it helps you out in many ways. Football has been around for some time already, and I told you everything you need to know about it, the basics of it. Um, Success isn't given; it's earned.